Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today it's Monday, it's May 22nd of 2023, and we've got three main things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Panama Canal, future cruise credits, because huge changes are coming with those and the date you need to use them by. And then finally, we're going to talk about what's going on with comedians. I'm going to go out on a limb and talk about it. One of our Let's Go family members left a comment, and it is a lot about what Gordon and I have been talking about between ourselves with what's going on with the comedians. So let's go ahead, and I really am looking forward to hearing from you all about this. So first of all, what's going on with the future cruise credits? So if you have future cruise credits that were from during the pandemic and you thought that you just had to book your cruise by December 31st of 2024, lots of Let's Go family members, and I am sure other people who cruise on Princess, are getting letters from Princess notifying people that if you have future cruise credits and from a certain time during, like I said, during the pandemic, you have to book your travel by December 31st of 2023 and then travel by December 31st of 2024. Originally, my understanding is that you could book clear up until December 31st of 2024. But the change is coming, and if you don't book your travel by December 31st of 2023, those future cruise credits are going to be remitted to your state. And it sounds like perhaps the requirements are different based on different states because they will become unclaimed funds. And once they are given to your state, then you're going to have to go through the process of filling out the forms to get unclaimed property through your state. It'll no longer involve Princess. So make sure that you take a look at your future cruise credits and see if this applies to you. Now, if you just received your future cruise credits not very long ago, then you're not in that group of people. But if you have future cruise credits that were from during the pandemic, check your email, make sure you check with Princess or your travel agent and find out when you need to book your travel by, because you don't want to just lose that much money. And also, I know, I always tell you these things because I know sometimes emails can go to spam, sometimes emails don't come, so make sure that even if you didn't get an email, you check and make sure you know what's going on and share your experience with this. Let us know if there are any other updates to this, and I really appreciate you all letting me know about this. The next thing that I want to tell you about really quick is the Panama Canal. So the Panama Canal, that region there is in a severe drought, and they have been for a while now. So for the second time, the Panama Canal Authority is changing the amount of draft a ship can have as the ship goes through the Panama Canal. So if you're not familiar, the amount of draft is how much the ship sits down in the water that's below the water line. So because they are having such a drought, they are having to make it so that ships don't go down as far because it's not deep enough. Now, the big impact of this is that a lot of cargo ships are going to have to start going through with up to 40% less cargo on board. So in reading about this, it says that some shipping lines are going to start having surcharges on what they carry. So that's going to make prices go up again. The other thing that is going to happen with that is a lot more of the big global shipping lines are looking at going on the all-water route that goes, clear from Asia, that goes through the Suez Canal rather than going through the Panama Canal because of those changes. The other interesting thing with this is that the meteorologists are predicting an El Nino. That is a time when Central America is even drier than usual. So they are already really dry because of the drought situation. And then if you put an El Nino on top of that, things are going to be really dry. Already they are projecting that Lake Gatun there. So if you do the partial transit, you go through the locks, then you go to Lake Gatun, then you turn around and go back to Fort Lauderdale. Lake Gatun there is where you get going through the locks and turn around. And then if you do the full transit, you go through Lake Gatun and keep going through some other locks, just as a point of reference there. But so everything I can find, nobody is mentioning any changes to cruise lines. I can't imagine, though, in the long term that it won't affect cruise lines if it gets even drier and drier there. So I will keep my eye out for news about that. And if any of you hear anything, let us know as well. Now, really quickly in the middle here, let me tell you, we're in the Boston area. Right now, hotels are super expensive because it's graduation time, and Boston has so many colleges and universities. And so We are out in Woburn, however you say it here, Massachusetts, and we found a Hilton. It's a new Hilton, and it was cheaper than all the others in the area, so we decided to stay here. But I wanted to tell you about it because it's called the Matador. When you pull up, like on the side of the hotel, there's like this huge painting of a matador with a bull. It's really cool. It's a really nice hotel. So clearly it's new to being a Hilton property. But I just wanted to let you know that we really like it here. So if you have any reason to be here, this is a great place to choose. If you want me to tell you what to do, if you're coming to graduation here and you're not familiar with it, let me know and I'll talk to you about that, because you don't want to stay out here for graduation if you can help it on the day, like the night before graduation happens. So I can talk to you about that if you want, because we've been through that process in our life. The next thing that we need to talk about is comedians, and I am really interested to hear what you all think. So Let's Go family member put a comment, and she says, you know, and this is true, we have been hearing that a lot of people don't like the comedians quite so much lately on Princess. I don't know about the other lines, so please do tell us. If you have sailed on another cruise ship, another cruise line lately, let us know, and you can report back on Princess too. I really enjoy hearing from you about anything, not just comedians. So anyway, we've been reporting and hearing, I've heard from so many of you that you just don't think the comedians have been that great lately. And Gordon and I, so our Let's Go family member said, you know, I wonder if it's the social climate right now, because so many people get easily offended and get upset with what someone says. So perhaps the comedians are thinking, you know, I can't talk about anything because someone will be upset with me or get mad. And you know what, Gordon and I have had that thought as well, because truly with the social climate now, how do you tease about anything? It's really hard. Sometimes people will take what you said in the wrong way or not even the way that you intended, and then the comedians are trying to talk about things. And so tell me, do you think that the current social climate is maybe what is impacting the comedians? Now, I have not heard the comedians lately on a cruise ship. The last time I heard one was in December when I was on board the Celebrity Reflection. They had a comedian, and he did one show on one evening, and then another evening he did two shows. And so one was, the earlier one was supposed to be like appropriate more for children, and the older one, though, they just said right off it's not appropriate. And so I went to the earlier one, and he was overall funny. I don't think he was the best comedian regardless of the social climate. So I don't know. He was fine. I don't know though if, but I haven't listened to one on Princess, and I don't know if he changed his show at all. So he didn't, well, he didn't seem to change his show. He talked about funny things that people do, and he was a little overweight, and he made fun of that. So let me know though what you think, along with what's going on. I just would be really interested to hear from you all. And know, you should all know about me that I never intend to make fun of anybody at all. So just want to give you a heads up about that in case anybody thought that just now I was giving comedians a hard time. I'm not. This is just a discussion, and I want to hear what you think about it and what comedians you have heard lately on cruise ships and what you thought about it, as well as the entertainment. I really look forward to tomorrow. We have so much to talk about. I'll be back home at headquarters and have my usual setup with so much news for you. But I thought today we really needed to talk about these things. I really look forward to hearing from you all. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. We really need to have you with us. And if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? It actually really helps us an awful lot. That and subscribing. So I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.